Hello, a very good morning to you.
And a happy
Friday.
New Year to you. I haven't seen you yet.
Yes.
Happy New Year. Hope you had a fantastic festive season. Is it
Yes.
too late to say Happy New Year?
Yes.
Is it?
No, that sort of is.
I think maybe next
Happy
week.
New Year.
Happy New Year, yeah. Now, I've got
See
a
how
question
long that
for
lasts,
you.
yeah.
What, the happiness? No, we'll be talking about that in a minute. Some very interesting things about marriage in just a moment.
So
Got a
anyway, there
question
was
for
us
you.
last
Yes.
night out at Tesco's, and Ruth came out in her pyjamas. And I said to her, Ruth, I don't think this is acceptable for you in your pyjamas and your fluffy slippers. So we're asking you this morning, is it ever acceptable to wear your pyjamas in public? I mean, we're talking about complete night attire here.
Like the whole shebang, pyjamas, slippers and a dressing gown.
Well-
I mean, I think a lot of people might, if we're honest, you might have slipped something like a sweatshirt over your pyjama bottoms, if they're not too pyjama-y looking, and nipped to the local shop. But we're talking about it because that picture actually is a real picture. This was a man in Salford who was so outraged when he saw these two women in their complete nightwear in his local supermarket that he complained, and he put that picture on social media. But actually, a lot of people, there was a bit of a backlash saying, A, you shouldn't post that picture, you know, for their privacy and things, but they're saying, what's wrong with it? What's wrong with being out in your pyjamas? You know, it's just clothes.
Where do you
They
want me
weren't
to begin,
naked.
darling, in telling you what's wrong with it? If
Go
you
on,
don't know what's wrong with it, then there's something wrong with you.
You think?
There's a time and a place
Yeah.
for lots of things, and there's such a thing as standards. So you can say, I've got my human rights, I can wear what I want, wherever I want, whatever, that's fine, but it doesn't make it right. So, you've been getting in touch with us on this matter.
Yes, well, Lynn says, I think it's all right. I'd rather see someone in pyjamas than skimpy little shorts. And see, sometimes you go into the supermarket in the summer, and I have to say, men in particular, look half undressed, you know, like without a top or a really skimpy vest with their big old beer belly hanging out. And I go, what would you rather look at, really? Someone in pyjamas or somebody with it all hanging out?
Charlotte says, I go to my local shop in my PJs and I walk to my mum's house on the same street. I wouldn't go any further, they're just clothes. No, they're not, Charlotte. They're not.
Well, Tim...
A G-string is just clothes.
Yeah, and
but you wouldn't wear it in the street, would you?
Tim says, compared to some of the clothing that I've seen around town, pyjamas are a vast improvement, says Tim. It's very mixed, this. Now,
Kelly says, no, it's not. Stop mixing it. Don't make it very mixed. It's not very mixed.
It is very mixed.
It's not very mixed because it's not right? Kelly says...
It is mixed.
Excuse me, darling. Kelly says it's not about having... It's just about having a little bit of self-respect. Nipping to the shop at night with them underclothing is one thing, but wearing them as a normal piece of clothing is just ridiculous. And that's the point I want to make. It's about standards. Where does it stop?
Where does it stop, indeed?
Indeed.
Eamonn? I'm not saying I agree with it. I just think it's lazy. I think just get dressed. How long does it take, really, to put a jumper on? But anyway, it is mixed on there. I'm telling you, it's mixed.
Well, it shouldn't be mixed,
but it is.
what I'm saying. No, but
so not everyone disagrees. There's a relationship experts down there, a couple who're going to tell you where you're going wrong in your marriage in a minute.
It is our job in the public service sector here to be applying standards, to actually be telling the nation, here's the standard that you have to accept.
Yeah, would you like us to see us presenting this show in our pyjamas? There's a thought. So you'd think we hadn't bothered then, wouldn't you?
Here's what's coming up without our pyjamas today.